I'm going to be talking and telling a story about the coolest experience that I have had in my life and featuring my cat, so please enjoy all of his cuteness while I tell this story. So, in the middle of my sophomore year, I had learned that during that summer I would have to move to the other side of the country from the town I grew up in Ohio all the way to Washington. And so I was already terrified as it is because being a high school student, you're already going through a lot of changes. And so to have to move from a school where you know everyone to move to another school where you don't know anyone, it was really terrifying. But the cool thing about the move was my dad had ended up moving during my sophomore year before me and my family did, so he could, start his job and start making connections to find a place, to move into. And he ended up getting involved in a church who so awesomely, it still blows my mind to this day, but they so awesomely reached out to me and asked me to attend this mission trip in the summer to Panama. And I accepted for some bizarre reason. I was like, yeah, sure, I'm going to go to this foreign country with people I don't know. Like, it sounds like a great idea. And it was so terrifying. I was scared to death because I ended up moving right after I finished high school, and then a week later I ended up going on this trip with 40 people I have never met before. But it ended up being the coolest thing I have ever done in my life because I got to go to a foreign country. I'd never done that before, and I got to meet all these new people who really opened my mind because they had a totally different mindset than the people in Ohio did. Like, they really just brought me out of this shell and really expanded my knowledge of like the world, because in Ohio, I had no diversity. It was a very small town. No one really moved in or out. It was really rare for someone to do that. And so to move to this area and to go on that trip, oh my gosh, it just blew my mind. I experienced so many new things, and I really felt like it's who I am today because of that experience. And so it's one of the coolest experiences, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.